Is your sex drive lower right now, or is your drive to have sex with me lower, but your sex drive is the same?
My sex drive is the same, but my drive to have sex with you is lower.
So what are you doing about that?
Masturbating.
Really?
Sometimes.
Why don't you tell me?
Why would I just come to you? Hey, I'm masturbating.
I tell you when I masturbate.
That's fine. Congratulations. You want a cookie?
Yes.
Yeah. Does that kill your... This video is sponsored by Audible, the only service that gives members access to the world's largest selection of audiobooks. We are dedicating this video to the uncomfortable but necessary conversations we are called to have in our personal lives. There's probably a conversation that you know you need to have with someone that you've been putting off, and that's why we want to share some audiobooks that have helped us improve our communication around the rough edges of our relationship. If you like audio, you'll love Audible, so why not give them a free try? Audible has a 30-day free trial where you will get 1 credit to any audiobook of your choosing and full access to the Plus catalog for free. The thing I love about Audible is they are always adjusting and putting members' experience first. Audible has rolled out its newest membership plan, Audible Plus. With Audible Plus, members get full access to the Plus catalog, which is filled with thousands and thousands of select originals, Audible books, and podcasts, including ad-free versions of popular shows as well as exclusive series. With Audible Plus, you can listen all you want to the Plus catalog.
I highly recommend I Hear You by Michael Sorensen. This audiobook is less than 3 hours, but trust me, it is packed with centuries of wisdom on how to effectively communicate. I also just started Permission to Feel. And as always, I'm going to recommend my audiobook, which was an Audible Top 100 bestseller, The Game of Desire, read by me. Visit audible.com/shanboody to start listening right now. Or if you're in the US, you can easily just text Shanboody to 500-500. Again, that's audible.com/shanboody or text Shanboody to 500-500 to get your free trial on. This is a real life enactment of you every night trying to avoid sex, just so you know. True or false?
True.
Jared!
I pretend like I'm asleep.
All right, so let's talk about sex and pregnancy.
I know it's better for you. You have more blood, so it feels better. You get to orgasm quicker, and you probably have a higher sex drive right now than you normally would do. What you would say?
I would say, I don't know if my drive is higher. I think that my understanding of the need is higher. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like when you're working out before you have a photo shoot.
Yeah. And I totally understand. I am just not into pregnant sex. And anybody who's out there who loves it and is into it and they fantasize about it and they fetish it, more power to you. Me personally, it's not as fun. It's more or less like, for me, sex is about adventure. Sex is about exploring. Sex is about trying new things and getting into new territories. But with pregnant sex, there's like a limited amount of positions that we could do, and there's like a limited amount of things that we can do without putting you in an awkward position or hurting your body. So for me, it just kind of feels routine rather than like spontaneous.
So at this point, I am 9 months pregnant, and so we're at the end of the line, which means more sex. Yeah. But it does definitely mean more uncomfortable sex. I'm uncomfortable right now, to be honest with you. I'm uncomfortable literally all of the time, and it has me a little bit worried.
Why?
I think because our relationship is so based on sex. Yeah. Like the reason we were talking about this, like some people get together because of financial stability. Yeah. They marry somebody in specificity because that person is well off. And so if that person stops being well off, it changes the dynamic of the relationship. And so because we came together because of sexual chemistry, the fact that we don't have it now is worrisome to me.
But it doesn't affect the way that I look at you. It doesn't affect the way that I love you. It doesn't affect the way that I am perceiving you as a person or my lover or my partner. It doesn't do any of that. I can't speak for you, you know what I mean? I know this is probably an important area and it probably has affected the way you look at me, but it hasn't done that for me.
It hasn't affected me at all. I think actually the opposite. I think I have more like damn moments with you.
Really?
Yes, like sometimes when you get out of bed in the morning and I look at your body, or sometimes like even in the car, I'll look at your hands and what they're doing. Like I just get turned on by you all the time now.
It's the pregnancy. It's the more blood flow.
No, I don't know. You know what I actually think that is fascinating about it? I feel like there is something to be said about the push-pull dynamic of sexual chemistry or sexual desire in general. So because you're kind of pulling away from me, my push towards you is higher.
Oh, interesting.
Because a lot of people that I know, and I got a DM yesterday from somebody who was like, can you please talk about a loss of sex drive and a loss of desire to have sex with your partner? And I was like, I just do not have that experience at all.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's because you do have that experience that my desire for you is stronger.
Yeah, I go back to like, there only could be one crazy person in the room. So like if one person is like panic, like, oh my God, your natural tendency is to be calm, collective, and be assertive. So I think in this situation, because I'm not like jumping on you every second, your body knows that you need it. So it's just like your brain is telling you to be attracted to me.
Well, does my like yesterday I came to bed and you were like, like you had to clock in for a shift.
Well, I know it. I know we have to do it. So I'm not complaining. I obviously in the act I'm not mad. You know what I mean? It's not like and like we're having sex. It's not like that. It's just for me, I usually am used to having a desire for it before the act. I'm used to like 30 minutes thinking to myself like, oh, I'm gonna have sex today, and getting into it that way. For me, like it's like, oh snap, we have to have sex. You know what I mean? It's not like that sexy buildup that I'm used to. But once it gets going, I'm not like mad about it. I'm not like angry about it. But it's just not like a thing that I'm thinking about before bed like I used to. The thing that throws me off is when the baby will kick or do something, because then it reminds me that for instance, the other day we were in the shower, I was getting into it, and then you were like, look, she's moving, she's in the shower with us, and it's just like, you just take me out. You just take me out. Like I'm out at that point. I'm not into it. This is weird. So yeah, but that's the type of things I think I will struggle during those 6 weeks though. Knowing that we can't have sex. Yeah. After you give him birth.
Struggle in a good way, like tension?
Well, I'm going to be using Tanga. So, I'm going to be masturbating. So.
Well, you're masturbating right now, you told me.
Yeah, but not like the way I'm going to be vigorously masturbating when you're 6 weeks postpartum.
Why do you think so?
There's a difference when you're like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Then you have an option to do this.
It's fascinating because I fantasize about postpartum sex a lot. I think about just being able, like to your point, like I am so excited to be the sexual partner to myself and to you that I used to be. Like I'm excited to get into moves and to move quickly. I want to be slammed up against stuff. Like I want like to be pulled in passion. Even for me, like, I'm the makeout queen. I do not enjoy making out right now.
Really?
Because I get so out of breath so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's this, like, push and pull between wanting to kiss and wanting to survive. Yeah. And it's a very hard choice to make in the moment. So, I am, like, everyone's like, oh, your sex drive's going to decrease so much when you have the baby. But my drive, my will is so strong for it.
Yeah. Do you feel...
uncomfortable? Yes.
No. Do you feel hurt by my reaction to your pregnancy and pregnant sex?
I'm not gonna lie, that video that we made last time where we talked about it and then you told me that you like masturbate by yourself,
I could tell you were hurt.
You could see it in my eyes?
Yes, I could tell.
Did you get hurt that I was hurt?
No. I
appreciate, this is the thing, it's a hard thing because I was actually having this conversation when I was talking about having a partner who's supportive in my career. What makes it so easy for us to facilitate this dynamic is that you're so honest with me. You're so honest about your vulnerabilities. And even in times when you're feeling low, you are incredibly honest. Like you're not one of those people you have to guess what's really wrong with them. Like they're acting out, but like, oh, you gotta kind of think back to what could be bothering them. So the fact that you do tell me things like that are hurtful to me is helpful. So like, I don't want to discourage it because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't ever want you to scale back and lie to me for my benefit. But yeah, like it does hurt.
I'm sorry.
Don't feel sorry.
So, there is probably a lot of men who can relate to me. There's probably a lot of people or women who could relate to you. So I always feel an extra need to just kind of say what we're going through during the times. You know, I think it could help people, you know, or not take it, or like maybe somebody won't take it as personal in their own relationships when their partner is not on the same playing field sex drive wise.
It makes me like really value my body in a really like, having all these changes constantly reminds me of how fortunate I am to feel good a lot of the times. Like even right now, you guys probably noticing, I keep moving. I'm never ever comfortable.
Like let's say the roles are reversed, right? And your sex drive dropped. How would you want me to react to you?
I would want you to react kind of the same way that you're reacting to me. And this is something that we have prioritized in a relationship the whole time, where it's like we look at it like a part of our duty to each other.
Yeah.
So I know that you don't want to, but you do anyways. So, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate that you don't, like, to your point, you do make an effort to get into it.
Yeah.
You're just never the person who's like, "Arrr," like you're
Yeah.
never that. Which hurts a little bit, but I think that if I do that to you, you do respond back. And like this is classic. This is a classic conversation between me and Jared at night. I'll be like,
Are you tired?
Yeah, I'm a little tired.
Do you want to have sex?
Do you?
why would I pitch it unless I wanted to do it? Like, why would I bring it up? And like that "do you" lets me know like, oh, like, do you? But if I say yes, then you'll go along with it. So I would actually take a page out of your book.
Yeah.
Because we're both very sexual people and sex is a big part of not just our relationship health, but our individual health. Do you feel like you've taken a hit in any regards in terms of wellness in the past 9 months?
I mean, yes, I think so, because with good sex comes with great confidence. So when you're having like mediocre or subpar sex, my confidence gets hit a little bit, because I know it's not that enjoyable for you either. You know what I mean? I know that we're doing something that's designed to help the baby to come. So it's the focus is not on us or our pleasure. The focus is on we're trying to do this so that the baby can come. So I think I do get a little bit of an ego or a confidence hit when we do it, for sure. Because I've noticed in myself that I get so much confidence from great sex.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I think not only have I learned that I get a lot of confidence from sex from you and I, and just like seeing that look in your eyes or just knowing that's something that you want to do, but even being out in public, I'm so used to people looking at me like a woman, and now they look at me like a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
Like even this, like I have these gigantic boobs. Nobody's appreciating them. If people are staring at me, they're staring at my stomach. Like even yesterday we were out in the street and somebody yelled something. I knew it wasn't a sexual comment. I knew it was a pregnant comment.
Yeah.
So like that is a hard shift for me as well too, to be like, oh, like people aren't viewing me in like this sexual lens. They're viewing me through this like motherly lens, and I have to find a way to find confidence through that. Okay, so at this point in time, we are going to be married for 2 years very shortly.
Yeah.
And
no, I thought it was 3.
No, it's 2, baby.
Oh.
2018.
That was like forever.
All right. Is there any part of you that is worried that our sex life is never going to be as exciting as it was before we got married?
No, not at all. I don't. I don't think that. I think that we're going through a transition, and to expect us not to go through transitions is naive. And I'm riding with you, and I hope that you're riding with me, and we'll be able to get through it.
I want that too. I think that like my big fear in all of this is if you're having a hard time separating like pregnant me from me, are you going to have a hard time separating mother me from sexual me? So, I mean, I want us to continue having these conversations. And then, like, again, like, I value it so much to know where you're at and to keep checking in with you. But, yeah, like, I want to stay awake in this area because it does matter so much to me. And I think it really does add to the health of our relationship.
Well, that your answer right there lets me know that it's not going to be something that we battle with forever, because it's so much to do with how we interact with sex and what we're using sex for. When the baby's out, we're not using sex to get the baby out. You know, we're using sex for pleasure at that point. And because it matters to you and it matters to me, we both will be able to do the things that we need to do to make sure that we have that sex that we used to have. This is my time to like really let your body take over right now. I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, you're pregnant, you gotta, you know what I mean, figure this out right now. Like, this is not the time for that. The time right now is to make sure that this baby is healthy, you know? And if we gotta have, you know, one position sex for the rest of this time, then it's only a few more weeks.
It is.
So.
Okay, on that note, let's end the video because I'm so uncomfortable.
Okay. What's wrong?
I'm so uncomfortable.
Really? That was really hurtful.
No, I'm just so uncomfortable. Oh.
Stand up. Thanks for watching. This video is sponsored by Audible, the leading provider of spoken word entertainment. If you haven't checked them out, give their 30-day free trial a try and explore the wide range of audio entertainment. Also, Audible is the only place to listen to The Game of Desire, read by Shan. Visit audible.com/shanboody to start listening now. Or if you're in the US, you can text shanboody to 500-500. Again, that's audible.com/shanboody or text shanboody to 500-500. Enjoy.
Big dog, look at my paws. She walked in with no drawers. Make it rain, I'm like